Bring in our political panel now. We have with us USA Today columnist Kirsten Powers, CNN political columnist S.E. Cupp, USA Today Washington bureau chief Susan Page, editor of the Weekly Standard Bill Kristol, and former South Carolina Lieutenant Governor and Donald Trump supporter Andre Bauer. Thanks one and all for being here. Susan, our new poll has Hillary Clinton up 5 points. Ron Brownstein says that the Trump plan seems to be to depend upon this army of working class white voters that is kind of hidden from pollsters. Can he do that? Do these voters exist?
Well, it's possible there are some people who are not, who are hidden Trump voters who are either not being reached or who are afraid to say or reluctant to say they're supporting Trump. But I don't think we have other evidence of that. I think the evidence is that there is a trend and it is heading in Hillary Clinton's direction, and it has been a strong enough trend that would be an historic comeback at this point for Trump to turn this around.
Bill, can he turn it around, do you think?
I don't know. I've been talking to an awful lot of Republican operatives this weekend and this morning who are working on different Senate races, House races, and they think Trump is not in very good shape. I mean, they think the 5 points that CNN is showing is probably on the low end of where it is nationally. Maybe it's 7 or 8. And of course, if CNN's at 5 and ABC's at 12, that's what an 8-point race would look like, right? That's why we have margin of error,
right.
You know. So I kind of think he could look. You don't know. Trump has certainly surprised me and lots of other people in the primaries. But as Susan says, it would be historic to make up this margin in so little time, with so little time left, no debates left, no obvious game-changing incidents.
Andre, what do you think? Can it be done?
Absolutely. There's a whole element of folks out there that aren't being picked up on polls. It's clearly a Brexit, like I've been saying for a long time. I mean, given the fact that it's 5 points for what your polls say, she's got the First Lady out there, she's got 2 presidents out there, she's outspent him several times over. She's got help from the media. I mean, and it's even a close race is amazing. But what you're going to see is a turnout of folks that don't usually get involved, that are so fed up with the system, they're coming out and they're going to make their voice heard.
Kirsten, let me ask you, is there a risk for the Clinton campaign that their supporters think, oh,
sure,
she's won this, and they don't even bother to vote?
Yeah, but I think it's close enough. Like a 5-point race is close enough, I think, for the average voter to feel that it's close. The reality is it's actually not that close. Barack Obama won by 4 points, and it was considered to be a decisive win. So we have such a polarized electorate that if she gets an 8 or a 10-point, I mean, that is a landslide, right? So, but I think that the other thing is you look at early voting as well. You see a lot more Democrats turning out in most of the battleground states. And these voters that Andre's talking about, well, usually when you're going to get voters to turn out that don't normally vote like Barack Obama did, you have a machine that turns them out. And there's nothing to suggest that Donald Trump has that kind of machine.
At one point, Hillary Clinton was polling as badly with men as Donald Trump was with women. That she has so significantly narrowed that gap, I think really is the evidence that refutes this idea of this mysterious male, probably, a group of Trump voters who's embarrassed to say that they're voting for him and are suddenly going to turn up on election day. That her issue was with men, and if she's really sort of brought that together, I think that's probably spelling doom for him.
Take a listen to Elizabeth Warren in New Hampshire earlier today, talking again about that Access Hollywood tape. Take a listen.
He thinks that because he has a mouthful of Tic Tacs, that he can force himself on any woman within groping distance. Well, I got news for you, Donald Trump. Women have had it with guys like you. And nasty women have really had it with guys like you.
Not really a policy-based attack, but probably an effective one.
You know, here's a woman who did not really start out as a politician, and she is a terrific politician. She has been fantastic on the stump. She has been very skilled at getting under Donald Trump's skin. And in speeches like that, you can see how she has the potential to be a continuing force in town. Perhaps if Clinton is elected president, perhaps to her benefit, perhaps to pushing an agenda that Hillary Clinton as president might not want to push so much. But that is a remarkable little clip we saw there.
Andre, what do you think about that? Elizabeth Warren going after Donald Trump for that Access Hollywood tape and also for his "such a nasty woman" comment during the third debate.
I got news for Elizabeth Warren. There are a lot of people that have had it with her and a whole bunch of the Senate and Congress up in Washington, and they're coming out. and they're coming out in force because they are fed up with the corrupt, broken system in Washington. And that's how Trump has been able to wage this tsunami of people that are just so fed up with the system. That's how he got through the primary, Jake. That when the polls said he couldn't do it, people are so fed up with that whole thing. She didn't call out some of her own senators that have actually been had rape charges. She didn't mention them. She just wants to pound on Donald Trump. I'm amazed that she's this excited about Hillary Clinton when the election was actually stolen from her own candidate, Bernie Sanders.
Well, she didn't endorse either Clinton or Sanders during the primaries. Andre, stick around. Everyone else, stick around.